Hey guys, this is a COVID-19 documentary, and today we have a few guests, one including a specialist in statistical research on COVID-19, Willie Shin, and then there's me, Hannah Kimmelman, an academic and educational researcher. Then from Southside Christian School, we have Adam Mon and Yoshi Otaki to talk about the stats class there and a personal insight about how COVID-19 has affected the classy Sabre Nation.
Hello everyone, here's Willie Shin. This year and last year is a special year. A virus named COVID-19 came out of nowhere and changed our life. All the doctors, scientists, and political leaders were in a panic. They need to have a consistent plan in order to fight against this virus. Analyzing statistic data is an important thing for doctors to figure out how should we prevent COVID from spreading. And if it is spreading, what should we do to stop them? For example, doctors first collect samples to find the size of coronavirus disease virion. The result came out to be that each SARS-CoV-2 virion is approximately 50 to 200 nanometer in diameter. With this information, doctors are going to examine what type of face covering that can prevent particles between 50 to 200 nanometer in diameter. The results show surgical mask and N95 mask is the type of mask can prevent the coronavirus variant from spreading. Another example of the use of statistics is during the vaccine production process. In order to sell a valid vaccine, manufacturers need volunteers from the world to test the vaccine functionality. For instance, the Pfizer Biotech COVID-19 vaccine, one of the authorized vaccines in America. Their findings are based on interim analysis conducted after 94 of the trials, 43,538 participants, split between those who got a placebo and those who were vaccinated contracted COVID-19. This is related to chapter 4 collecting data, which is about how we should collect samples and how should we carry out experiments. Also, these participants are not all from the same race. In all these participants, 81.9% were white, 26.2% were Hispanics, 4.4% were Asian, and less than 3% were of other races. The distribution of their sex is also different. In these trials, 50.6% were male, 49.4% were females, and 21.4% were 65 and older. Statistics are everywhere in our life, so it is important to pay attention in Mr. Scott's class.
In my portion of today's documentary on COVID-19, I will be covering how it has affected companies and the educational system. Throughout almost a year of COVID even being a thing, online shopping has been able to thrive, and I can say for myself that I've done a little bit too much online shopping this past year. But because of this, small businesses have really struggled to remain open. A lot of it has to do with the lack of consumers, and many stores have had to really analyze what they should and shouldn't sell to make sure that they bring in more buyers. Cost estimators are helpful for this because they collect and analyze data in order to estimate the time, money, materials, and labor that is required to make a product or provide a service. Proper statistic decisions are helping different companies make massive revenue on consumer goods. Financial business and management analysts are very important jobs to help companies during these hard times because they can help the overall efficiency and operation of a company to ensure that it does its best. Having a statistics background is very important to be able to correctly analyze different aspects of a business and be able to perform calculations that will help improve processes, products, services, and software. So with the decline of buyers, many companies have relied on these people to make sure that their businesses don't fall straight to the ground. Not only has Corona really affected the aspect of the business world, but it also has played a huge toll on the educational system. This has brought much stress to teachers, and they have had to stray from their normal routines of everyday school. Nonetheless, teachers still have to use statistics to be able to determine whether students are reaching their expectations and to grasp if they need to employ new techniques in order to help their students get a higher grade. So with all of that being said, it is evident that statistics is useful for many different career opportunities and paths that you choose to pursue, and It can also be found in everyday uses, like teachers use it almost every day.
In my portion of the documentary, today I will be describing how 3 key concepts in our statistics class can be seen or used in the world during times of COVID in this different year. First off, we learn to describe data that we collect through either observations or experiments, whether it be from drawing and describing charts and graphs of recent COVID spikes to ways that we make sure to have our data collected from random samples to be able to deduce cause and effect. These are the main ways in which we describe the data. Secondly comes the concept of probability. And in today's day and age, probability is quite crucial in being able to try to decide or predict how or when COVID spikes may occur. But it's not just when they may occur, but what factors may or may not increase the probability that they do occur. Alongside the probability comes in the factor of random variables, and our statistics class helps calculate and determine how often these random variables occur. Finally is the concept of sampling distributions and the functions that go along with them. Sampling distributions are the distributions of data made up of a bunch of samples of a certain stat of a certain group or population. With different types of sampling distributions, one can create either confidence intervals or a significant test. With these two things, one could use them to determine an interval or a certain level at which some set of factors that COVID-19 thrives with may arise, which lead to a rise in cases in a certain area. All of this to show that these three big concepts of stats at work in the world today are at work in the world today in doing what we or the professionals can to slow the spread of COVID-19.
Hey guys, in my portion of this documentary, I'll be talking about the benefits of taking this class. So first, is anyone interested in being a business, finance, computer science major, or wanting to work in those fields in the future? Then AP Statistics is a must-take class for you. You're bound to take it in college, so you might as well get some credits in high school while you can. The loss and lack of motivation can be happening now because of the effects of COVID-19 in our community, but this is an important step into your future. Also, when what we can do outside is limited, why would you want to sit inside and do nothing when you could be studying statistics so that when you are in college, hopefully COVID-19 is gone by then, you will have more free time to enjoy your college life. Also, some colleges will allow you to exempt the class if you pass the AP exam. And even if the college does not allow you to, you will be able to go to college fully prepared for your stats class. This class may be difficult for some at the beginning, but as long as you memorize the formulas and learn how to use your calculator, you will not have a problem in this class. Also, if you have any questions, Mr. Scott is always willing to help you. Thank you.